Hey, Tommy Thunder here down at the Thunder Shop at Scootertronics. Getting ready to do a complete upgrade on a Keeway Matrix 50. Going to turn it into a 70, all high performance parts. First thing we got to do is tear the body off and get into the engine, and then we'll show you some tips on how to do it yourself. So stick with me. Keeway Matrix, very nice scooter. We're going to be upgrading the pipe, put a 70 kit, carburetor, variator, clutch, pretty much everything. This guy's spending some good money and get her done real nice. First thing you want to do is remove the seat bucket. 2 bolts here, 2 bolts down the bottom. Take those out, remove the seat bucket. First step. Alright, once you have the seat bucket removed, you want to remove this panel. Screw on each side, and there's kind of plastic clips down, and you have to pull it out. After you take that off, then you will remove your oil container so you can get down to the plastic shroud that covers the engine. So let's do that. Okay, we removed the oil container. It's out of the way. Next thing we're going to do is remove the carb. You don't always have to remove the carb to do a cylinder kit, but we're doing a new carb, so I'm going to pull the carb out now also. On the carb, screw right here, your air filter box with 2 Allen screws on the side. Take that out of the way, and this one screw. Disconnect your fuel line, your vacuum line, and pull out these 2 screws, and disconnect your choke, and you're good. Alright, we removed the carburetor. Next step is to get the actual shrouding off of the engine. There's a bolt here. There's a bolt up high. There's a screw back underneath. It's about 3 screws. Take the side fan cover off, and then this front shroud will pull off. Alright, the fan shroud and the engine shroud has now been removed, exposing our cylinder. Next thing we're going to do is these 4 nuts. Pull the head, pull the cylinder. Okay, so remove the nuts from the head, and you just pull the head off. Your head gasket off. And your cylinder. Sometimes the cylinder is a little tight, and I usually use a tool to pry right down between here to break it loose. Okay, cylinder is broke loose. You must disconnect the exhaust. 2 bolts here, 2 underneath. That'll release your cylinder. And if you remove the exhaust bolts, then the cylinder will just pull off, exposing the piston. And then you have to remove the circlip down in the side of the piston, which is right in this hole. Needle nose pliers, best way to do it. Alright, the piston's out. And essentially, just need to clean off your base gasket, put a new base gasket on. We're ready to put in the new cylinder. This is a brand new bike, so we're going to go ahead and retain the original needle bearing. If you're doing a bike that's old, I would be replacing the needle bearing for sure. Some of the kits come with them, some of them don't. You have to buy it extra. Just let us know if that's something you need. So let's go get us a stage 6 kit to put on here. Alright, stage 6 cylinder kit we're using. And you can really see the difference in the size of the piston, stock, and the new one. It's going in, 70cc cylinder. Very nice. Cast to aluminum. Comes with all your gaskets, your wrist pin, your clips, and some carbon fiber reeds. Also the head. So we're going to install that stuff next. Be right back. All right, new 70 piston and cylinder are installed. Now we're getting ready to put on the head gasket and the head. Bolt her up. Now on this particular model, depending on the kit you get, down here where the oil pump is, there's some cooling fins that go all the way down to the bottom. On the model with the lower oil pump, you have to grind a little bit of those two fins right here to make it clear this oil pump. Alright, new cylinder, 70cc, new 70 head, spark plugs installed. Just have to put the fan shroud back on and the cylinder kit's installed, ready to go. Fan shroud's reinstalled. Next we're going to do is change the reeds in this build here. Most of the stock reeds are metal. We changed them to carbon fiber. The metal reeds, they don't work as well, and also if they disintegrate or have a problem, metal goes into the engine, so we get rid of those. This is your reed cage. These have metal reeds. Usually you install carbon fiber. It's a better reed. It won't disintegrate into the motor, and if it does, if you have that problem, it's just carbon fiber. It's not going to destroy things. We actually replaced this with a stage 6 reed boxes in there. It's even better than the stock one with the carbon fiber reeds. So that's already been installed. Everything's ready to go. Now I'm going to put on the pipe and the carburetor. Get ready to throw that exhaust pipe on there and it should be good to go. Alright, we got the Yosemite pipe on there now. Everything's good to go. Now our carb's not in for this build, but I installed the stock carburetor back up with a little bit bigger jets in it just so we could test it. Sweet. Alright, she's almost done. All we need to do is get that carb in. We'll put that on and we'll come back to part 2 of the video, show the carb on, and then we're going to do the transmission.